This is the Transformers Shattered Glass Voyager class Megatron. I picked up this figure from Hobby Corner. And yeah, I know I've been dissing Shattered Glass figures here and there. And I told myself I would never get another Shattered Glass figure after reviewing Blur. But I have Shattered Glass Optimus Prime, so I might as well get Megatron, right? To partner up with him. And, you know, I was going to give this a fair shake and I was going to give it a chance, but from the way things look just in packaging, it's not that good. I thought he was going to be a little bit more, the plastic would be a little bit brighter white, like more eggshell, but this is like wheat or bordering on light beige. And that Decepticon logo, I did not notice it when I picked it up, but it's skewed a little bit to the side. It's not smack in the middle under his chin, but not looking too good. So my expectations on this figure are very, very low. Let's get him out of packaging. And here is Shattered Glass Megatron out of packaging, and I don't hate it. It's not super great, but it's not terrible. So yeah, given the fact that my expectations were set very low for this figure, I don't hate it. I'm surprised actually that I don't hate it. There's a lot of good things about this figure. I love the clear blue plastic that they've put for the wings. I've angled them a little bit. The instructions tell you to put it this way, but I thought if you angle it a little bit, it gives him a little bit more character. But I love this blue plastic. It's not all spark blue. It's more of like the, if you remember the Transformers animated cartoons, the toys that had the clear plastic, like Jetwing Optimus Prime, Ultra Magnus, and all that. That's what it reminds me of. He's got some nice metallic, very subtle metallic paint on him, like on the blue barrel of his blaster. Same here. More of that really incredible clear blue plastic here. I love the muted red colors that he has. Even that Decepticon logo being red, it's not an Optimus Prime fire truck red type of color. I love the muted palette or shade or hue that they used for it. So it kind of depicts, they're not really Autobots, they are the heroic Decepticons. And the black matte plastic or paint that they used for the head and the arms, it just makes the figure pop. For some reason, I don't know why. This is standard basic glossy plastic for the black tank treads as well as the thighs. The off-white, dirty white glossy plastic that they used feels very premium, but I would have wished that they used a more white colored plastic closer to his face. But I don't think that would have been accurate because I'm pretty sure Hasbro nailed the accuracy of the color of that plastic, because I don't have the original, the convention exclusive Shattered Glass Megatron, but I think this is a closer look to it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Hasbro knows what they're doing with the colors. So it's just a preference on my part that I would have preferred a whiter version closer to how he looked like as a Decepticon. But I think this is the more accurate one. And other than that, like I said, the figure is not too bad. Amazingly, he still retains the same weapons as Siege Megatron, the gun, the sword, and with the addition of these wings and the nose cone of the jet, it is basically Siege Megatron. And speaking of Siege Megatron, this is a Netflix EARTHRISE or Siege Megatron. They are the same mold. He has the same sword. I didn't have the sword on him right now, but he has this exact same sword and weapon and blaster. Like I said, they just added these other bits and pieces. So yeah, this is still my Megatron, definitely for the War for Cybertron trilogy. And if you're wondering about mold degradation, there's a little bit of mold degradation here. The neck joint is a little bit loose on my copy, and then this shoulder joint just does not want to tab in properly. I don't know why. But other than that, not a lot of loose joints. They're actually pretty tight. I think Hasbro's learning how to preserve their molds very nicely. Let's just take one quick look at that head sculpt. Look at that. That, I think, is the main selling point for this figure, other than the extra pieces. Just like Shattered Glass Blur, that head sculpt is just looking gorgeous. So transformation, let's get rid of all these pieces. He transforms exactly, very similar at least, to the transformation of Siege Megatron, because he's the same mold. He transforms into a jet. Now, obviously you can transform him into a tank if you wanted to. Oh, I forgot. Let's keep this right here. But we'll do him in his official mode, which is the jet mode, okay? So let's do it this way. Go ahead and fold this up like this. Okay, fold these out. Oh, okay. Not like that. And fold these pieces in like this. Okay. All right, it's gonna stay right there. And then the arms, they are going to fold like this, that. Okay, collapse these. You can clearly see this is the first part of the tank transformation. Maybe, oh, my bad. Don't forget to fold these out and then transform him this way. So yeah, essentially, yeah, that's the tank mode. That's the first part of the tank. And what they did was they actually modified. It's the same. They didn't change any of the bits and pieces of the legs, but they modified the transformation into just rotating them this way and then this way, and then yeah, and then just letting them stay like that. I don't know if that's the intention, but okay. And then these. Okay, maybe we'll rotate the waist. Okay, and then you combine the legs with this new nose cone piece so that it kind of becomes like a jet, like a front end of a jet, even though it doesn't really feel, it feels like a bus. Seriously, it's like a space bus just with this thing. And then the new jet pieces, the wings, the clear bits, you're gonna put them right here. It's supposed to form the wings of the jet. And let me see if I can just finish up with this. Okay, my bad. It's been a while since I transformed Siege Megatron. I apologize. Okay, all right. So this is what appears to be the official transformation into his jet mode. Where can we put this guy? Instruction. I didn't see in the instructions where you put him, except maybe here. Okay, so yeah, again, like I said, it's not terrible. It's not absolutely horrible. It actually kind of works. It's not great, if you ask me. This is not really a third mode for the mold. It's a makeshift, kind of like a fan mode type of alt mode, but okay, I kind of get what Hasbro's trying to do with this one. They're trying to save on manufacturing and just repurpose their molds and just add extra bits just to give it more value. But yeah, it kind of works, but it's not great. I'm not too convinced about it, but as a placeholder for a modern version of Shattered Glass Megatron, it will do. Here is sort of like a jet tank mode. You can obviously transform him still into a tank. And then what I did was I just attached the extra pieces, albeit not perfectly. There's really no way to attach the nose cone, so I just sort of wedged it in between the gun and the front tank treads. And it kind of works, actually. It's giving me that, I don't know, it's like a Robotech Macross type of vibe to it. So yeah, let me see if we can, if I'll show you without the jet pieces. It still works as a tank if you wanted to. I mean, there's nothing stopping you from transforming him into a tank if you already have Siege Megatron in the past. So yeah, I have my Siege Megatron in tank mode this way. So yeah, I guess it could still work. Jet mode, tank mode. Let me see. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of, let's say, a Generations version of the Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. Like, it would fly off into space, and yeah, there you go. Some final thoughts on Shattered Glass Megatron. Again, it's not a bad figure. If you're not into this Shattered Glass continuity, I wouldn't recommend this figure. If you are into the Shattered Glass continuity and you love all these sort of mirror universe type of continuity for the Autobots and the Decepticons, then it's a good pickup at a price point of about $40 to $45 at hobby shops and maybe online stores. I guess it's okay. Don't pay more than, I guess I would say don't pay more than $50 for it. It's a great way to put in a modern version of the Shattered Glass Megatron. I do wish they could have done more. Maybe they could have remolded the legs. Maybe I honestly don't know what they could have done with this one. Given us a better mold or a whole new mold for it. But Shattered Glass was all about repaints. And given that this is probably the best Megatron, the better Megatron mold for the War for Cybertron trilogy, I didn't think Hasbro had too much of a choice to make, because had they done the EARTHRISE version, it wouldn't have worked as well. So with that, I'm going to give the figure, I'm going to give it an 8. Okay, I'm going to be kinder to this figure. I'll admit I did not have high expectations for it, but it wasn't too disappointing as repaints go for Hasbro and Takara Tomy. It's not that bad. And I just might end up keeping it so I can have him together with my Shattered Glass Optimus Prime. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this new Shattered Glass Megatron. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.